from the KATC Weather Lab, here's Bradley's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, our warm, humid, and somewhat active weather pattern will continue over the next several days. We're going to have rain chances in the mix just about each and every day. It doesn't necessarily mean that any particular day is going to be a washout, and with any luck, we'll be able to lower those rain chances at least just a little bit as we head into the Mother's Day weekend. So let's get a check of the upper level pattern. Now, in the summertime, what we often see is showers and storms being driven by the daytime heating, and oftentimes it is solely driven by the daytime heating, and we have the warmth, we have the humidity, but also what we have going on are these subtle disturbances in the upper levels, kind of these ripples in the jet stream, and that is interacting with the unstable atmosphere at the surface and helping to increase our rain chances, again keeping those scattered showers and storms in the forecast. And today we did see a mostly cloudy sky out there across Acadiana, a few passing showers, nothing too terribly bad. Really the worst of the weather was more so into southwestern Louisiana and eastern Texas going back to earlier on this evening. And some of that energy did kind of make its way into Acadiana late this evening, providing some light to moderate shower activity, most of which has started to come to an end. St. Landry Parish, you were dealing with some of that going back to about an hour or so ago, but still not too terribly bad. Most of that coming to an end. Couple sporadic showers here and there. Now into Evangeline Parish up in Mamou, just south of Ville Platte, but those should come to an end over the next several minutes. Some pockets of moderate rainfall here in Jeff Davis Parish. Here is Highway 165, so up towards Kinder, and that is gradually moving off to the east. Meanwhile, further to the south, some pockets of heavier rainfall in southern Vermilion Parish and around Forked Island. This could impact Intracoastal City here with time, and again this gradually moving off to the northeast. So still the possibility of a few passing showers over the next couple of hours, but I think after midnight the bulk of the activity comes to an end. We are mild and muggy otherwise, upper 60s to lower 70s. That's where we'll start the day tomorrow. I think early in the morning, like around commute time, we should be relatively quiet, but what we will start to see is a scattering of those showers and storms developing midday hours and then into the afternoon. We're going to hold rain chances at around 60 to 70%. Latest HERD model here coming in even a little bit more aggressive heading into tomorrow evening. And what's pretty typical in this type of pattern is that any one storm that gets going will have the capability to put down some heavy rainfall, gusty winds, maybe some pea-sized hail. So we'll be on the lookout for that. We're not locked in to see any severe weather, but regardless, that doesn't mean we can't see a stronger storm or two. So we'll be watching out for that. Most of the activity settles down after sunset tomorrow night, but again, the pattern just staying unsettled. Can't totally zero out the rain chances. And then here we go into Wednesday, starting out in the upper 60s to lower 70s. And on Wednesday, I think the main impulse of energy setting up more so into Texas. That's where we're going to see the highest rain chances, probably the highest rainfall totals, but still waves of moisture will kind of be sent in our general direction, keeping those scattered storms in the forecast and our rain chances slightly elevated. Now, as far as rainfall amounts, always difficult to pinpoint who's going to see the most rainfall in this type of pattern, but the HERD model giving you an idea that most of us can probably expect to pick up an inch or two over the next couple of days, but of course there's going to be some isolated higher amounts possible. It just really depends on where those heavier thunderstorms kind of decide to set up each and every day. So again, something we'll monitor, especially for maybe an isolated flash flooding threat. Low to mid 70s tonight. We'll look to top it out in the mid 80s tomorrow afternoon under a mostly cloudy sky. 72 is your projected low tonight. Again, still a few scattered showers left on Power Doppler 3. Those should come to an end before midnight. And for tomorrow, 85 the projected high, a mostly cloudy sky. Scattered primarily midday and afternoon showers and storms. Rain chances at 60 to 70%. Some locally heavy rainfall possible in spots. 40 to 50% as we head into Wednesday. Again, won't be necessarily raining all day, every day, but we are going to keep scattered storm chances in the forecast for the remainder of the week. Otherwise, it stays warm, it stays humid with high temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, and we'll be well into the upper 80s as we head into the weekend.
Just going up, aren't we?
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks,
Thank you, Bradley.
No
Still to come on